How about that Nintendo Direct, huh? Boy, if you love JRPGs or farm simulators or both, that was a legendary Direct. Probably one of the greatest ones they've ever done. If you're a fan of literally any other Nintendo franchise aside from Fire Emblem, you probably didn't like this one too much. I mean, they gave Zelda fans a bone. They threw Zelda fans a bone. We got the title for Breath of the Wild 2. Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom? Tears of the Kingdom? I don't know, whichever it is. We got the title, and we got a nice little trailer for it. But you know what? I mean, I'm kind of tired of seeing Breath of the Wild 2 trailers that just give me little tiny snippets of the game, just a little bit more drip feeding me, okay? I've been waiting for this game for a while now, and I'm just a little tired of the trailers. I just want to play the game already. So, I'm not as excited to see these trailers as I was before. You know, I mean, still cool, don't get me wrong, but just not as hype as I was. Thank goodness that the Direct opened with Fire Emblem, so I knew that way right out the gate to be disappointed. I knew right off the bat. Jokes aside, I know there's a lot of Fire Emblem fans out there, and I'm sure they're very excited for this game, maybe. I'm sure they can't wait to get to play out the adventures of Harley Quinn and her brother Harvey Quinn. But personally, I'm just not that much into Fire Emblem, so this game does nothing for me. I'm kind of getting tired of Fire Emblem at this point. I feel like it's constantly always getting something, while a lot of my franchises that I love get next to nothing. So yeah, you can call it jealousy, you can call it whatever you want, but at the end of the day, Fire Emblem just, I just don't care about it, and every time I see it now, I'm just like rolling my eyes, alright? Not really that exciting for me, don't care. Happy for the fans that like it, personally, not my thing. They did small DLC announcements for various games. I felt like some of them were a little half-baked. Like the Mario Kart DLC, just show all the tracks. Just show them all. Why show 2 of them? Which personally, I thought that the 2 that they showed were relatively shit. Why not just show us all of them? And just be like, they're gonna come at this date. Or whatever. Why give us 2 lousy tracks? It was bullshit. It was a shitty tease. My man Diddy Kong and Pauline coming to Strikers, that's actually really cool. That was a cool highlight. It's really cool to see Pauline get into more games. Obviously, Mario Odyssey skyrocketed her popularity, and that's really awesome. She's a legacy character for Nintendo that really kind of got ignored for a while, so it's really neat to see her make this big comeback where she's getting into these various games and all that shit. I love it. That's wonderful. Diddy Kong, who for some reason has been relatively ignored in a lot of Nintendo crossover games as of late. Of course, it's nice to see him in there too. So that was a cool announcement. Unfortunately, Strikers, the new one, just really doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't gel with me. I just didn't enjoy it that much. So overall, it's not that exciting for me, but it is exciting to see that. Of course, if you're a fan of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, you got your tease for more DLC with this robot woman. As I watched the trailer for the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC, I started to accept the fact that more than likely the games that I enjoy that have yet to get any DLC, such as Mario Party Superstars, because it's been almost a year and it has received absolutely nothing for DLC, which I was hoping it would get some, but yeah, that's looking a little dead in the water. Of course, we got our announcement for Splatfest coming, which is cool. I do enjoy Splatoon 3. It's a good game. I've been enjoying playing it, so I'm excited to see the Splatfest come back. I'm also really interested to play a 3-way Splatfest. That actually looks like a lot of fun. So that was a cool announcement. I'm good with that. I wish I was more excited for the new Mario and Rabbids game. I'm just not that into tactical RPGs or tactical shooters. But you know what? Maybe I'll give it a chance. I don't know. The trailer was good. The game looks great, and I've heard nothing but good things. So maybe I'll have to give it a shot. But that's something that we all knew was coming. We've known about it for a long time. This wasn't like a big surprise or anything. So there was nothing special about it, in my opinion. We all know this game is on the way. The N64 announcements for the NSO was alright, I guess. All the old Mario parties is cool, but again, when you have a game like Mario Party Superstars, it feels like getting those older Mario parties is kind of like lukewarm, in my opinion. I would rather have DLC for that game. But it's obviously cool that they're on there. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just not as exciting for me. Really, I would have loved to see Diddy Kong Racing or Banjo-Tooie or Donkey Kong 64, but of course, none of those. We are, however, getting GoldenEye, which is impressive. I'm not gonna lie, that is impressive. But again, not really that hype for me because, you know, it's also on Xbox Game Pass, which I have the Game Pass, so I'm getting it for practically nothing. So I'm definitely gonna be playing GoldenEye on my Xbox rather than paying the extra money for the ridiculous amount that Nintendo wants just for some 64 games. Don't get me wrong, if it was Diddy Kong Racing, I'd actually probably shut my mouth and pay the money. And you can call me whatever you want for that. but I love Diddy Kong Racing. Another announcement I actually did get excited about was Tales of Symphonia Remastered coming to the Switch. That is actually really cool. I actually do enjoy Tales of Symphonia. I used to have it on my GameCube. I loved it. So that was definitely a game that really did get me excited. I've actually been hoping that there would be something like that because I wanted to get back into that game because I didn't get very far when I was younger. So I am really excited to get that, and I will be getting that. That was the one JRPG announcement that I was actually like, oh shit. Another trailer for Bayonetta 3, you know, I know a lot of people are excited for it. Again though, this is a game that we knew was coming. This is nothing surprising or special. You know, I was hoping that this Nintendo Direct would be giving us a lot of stuff that we have not seen yet, and again, a Bayonetta 3 trailer just doesn't do anything for me. I really didn't care. But let's talk about my favorite part of the Direct, the actual part of the Direct that legitimately made me laugh so hard. I was crying. When Mr. Miyamoto shows up and starts talking about the Mario movie and the Universal theme park, he's like, oh yeah, those things are coming. And then just goes right into Pikmin Bloom, the mobile game, which he proceeds to talk about for like a good 2 minutes. And then all of a sudden, boom, Pikmin 4. I'm sorry, I recorded this part like literally 2 times because I can't not laugh while describing it. It was the funniest thing I've seen in a Nintendo Direct pretty much ever. It was just so random. I don't know how to explain it. But either way, we got Pikmin 4, which is just wild. I mean, that game was like a myth for how long? I don't even know. And it's real. It's actually real. Now, the footage they did show of it, it looks fantastic. It actually looks amazing. This is probably one of the best announcements in the Direct. And I am legitimately excited for this game. However, again, you know, we've been waiting like 8 years or whatever for this game, and all they're giving me is this little tiny snippet, you know, which is annoying to me. Like, they should have just gave us a full reveal trailer, something like that, maybe some gameplay, I don't know. But either way, I thought that entire section was hysterical. Now, when I first saw Resident Evil Village show up, I'm not gonna lie, my curiosity was piqued, because the first thought in my head was, no way did they get this game to run on Switch. There is no way. And then, of course, you see that it's the cloud version, which, you know what, whatever. Again, I'm not really interested in these cloud games, but it's cool for those that are, and it's cool to get Resident Evil Village one way or another on the Switch, as well as the other Resident Evil Remaster games. These are great games. They're phenomenal. They also will scare the shit out of you. Okay, Resident Evil Village makes me want to shit my pants. I can't even play it that much because it makes my tummy hurt. But, you know, I'm glad that other people get to experience it on the Switch, one way or another. And then we got that Kirby game, that Kirby Remaster, Return to Dreamland or whatever. Not gonna lie, doesn't do anything for me. I mean, I was expecting more Kirby games to come because of his anniversary. I was expecting there to be like a remaster. I was hoping it would have been like the Kirby Game Boy Advance games maybe or something getting a remaster, but whatever. I really don't have any interest in this. I mean, I have Kirby Star Allies on the Switch and I think that's a much better game. And it's pretty much the same game from like a gameplay perspective, so this does not interest me at all. But you know what? I gotta give it up to HAL Laboratories. They honestly do care about their character. They love their character and his franchise, and they obviously care enough about the fans to do these remasters and give Kirby all of this stuff throughout the year for his anniversary. That's great. They give way more shits about Kirby than Nintendo does about most of their franchises, because Zelda and Donkey Kong got absolutely zilch for their anniversaries pretty much. So good on HAL for actually giving a damn about their character. But that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video with the Direct. If I didn't mention it, it's honestly because I just really don't care about it that much, and I didn't find any interest in talking about it. I basically just wanted to pick out some highlights from the Direct, good or bad, that I wanted to discuss, and go for it. So, what did you guys think of the Direct? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know down in the comments below. What would you guys rate this Direct on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm really curious to see a lot of the answers, so please let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, give it a like. That really helps out the channel. And if you're not subscribed and you're just watching me for the first time, if you would like to, feel free to subscribe. I put out videos every so often, whenever I get the time. I say it all the time, I don't have a lot of time, so I tend to put out videos whenever I can. It's a little bit of a slower pace, but just know that I will always make videos. I enjoy doing this, so I will try my best to put out videos as much as I possibly can, despite the breaks or whatever. This is actually going to be the quickest that I've uploaded a video in a long time. because right before I did this video, I had just done a video talking about Wario Land Shake It. Shameless self-plug, if you want to go check that video out, feel free. I enjoyed making it. I had to talk about this Direct. I always do. I always make videos going over Directs after they happen, so that's a must, so I knew I had to get this one out there. If for any reason you want to talk to me in between videos, or you want to meet a bunch of great people that love video games, feel free to join my Discord chat. I'll have a link down in the description below. It's pretty quiet in there, despite the fact that we do have a ton of people in it, but not a lot of people talk, so maybe they're just waiting for the right person to come in there and liven up the place. So why don't you try to be that person? Feel free to come on in, start some conversations. We talk about all kinds of stuff, anime, video games, comic books, whatever the hell you're interested in. Just come on in. I always like to end all my videos by thanking everybody who's watching and everybody who's subscribing and has been subscribed to me for such a long time. I bet a lot of you longtime subscribers are shocked right now because you're like, holy shit, Joe released a video within a few days of one another? Wow, yeah, that's a new one. That hasn't happened in a long time. Probably not since I first started this channel, maybe. So, you know, hopefully maybe I can release videos a little quicker. I'm gonna try. I'm definitely trying. But, you know, thank you for being subscribed to me. As long as you guys have, you know, you guys are awesome. You're the best, honestly. I love reading the comments. I love talking to you guys in Discord when I have the time and I'm in there. So please, just thank you for the support. Keep it up. It really does mean the world to me, and I can't thank you guys enough. So have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye-bye.